Hi BookTube. I am back with my Supernatural TBR game. As you see, there's something new in the middle. I actually found a series of these books at the thrift store and I picked them all up. So this is automatically on my TBR because Supernatural's creepy. October is a month of creepy things. So I'm going to pick a villain card and that will be my challenge this month. And the challenge is Demon Dean, which is only owned books, so I'm not going to the library this month. So if I land on a purple square and it's a library card, I'll still do the prompt, but I'll choose from my own shelf instead of library. So let's do the first roll. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Character card, it's red. And I got Eileen, and so it must be a disabled author. Okay, we'll do that. That's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's another character card. And that is Amara, and that's a random non-fiction. Okay, let's get something other than a character card here. 3. 3. That's another character card. And this time we have John, and that's a classic. Okay, come on. Come on, even number. 4, there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blue are props. So got John's journal, that means I gotta ask a friend to pick a book for me. That'll be fun. 2. 1, 2. Another character card. Sam, my most anticipated ebooks. And I believe that's audio. Is this one ebooks? This one's ebooks right here. So just gonna shake that up. I'm gonna pick one out of there. Pick out one. Okay, this one's insisting. And it is, oh, cool. Actually, I'm still gonna go with this. This is A Room Called Earth, but I just got the physical copy, so I'm gonna read that. Okay, then we got a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a prop card, and that's a Demon Blade, and that actually correlates to Cat's choice. So my cat will be picking a book for me. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's another prop card. So you will get Rabbit's Foot, and that's good luck or not because it's a free choice. So it may turn out to be a bad book or a good book. Fingers crossed for a good book. And another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is lighter. So we're going to pick from the prompt jar. This is my prompt vase. I think it's pretty cool. We're just going to go in there and pick one out here. It's going to be this one. Oh, there's cat hair everywhere. Has food on the cover. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a character card, and it looks like we're avoiding all the library cards anyways. I'm apologizing for any background noises. This house is incredibly not well made, so you can hear everything that everybody does in it. And oh look, we have another free choice with Ash. That's actually awesome. 1. Okay, then we go back to props, and I got the Equalizer. For that I have to do a random shelf number generator. And so that gives me 10 books. I think I'm just going to keep playing actually until I get to finish. Let's do it. I don't hold myself to read all the books that I put on my TBR. So yeah. 1, 2. Character card. We have Bobby, a book I've started but haven't yet finished. There are a lot of those on my shelf. So that will be good. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jack. This is a book to continue in a series. I think I know what I want to do there. And let's see if we can finish. We can. Okay. Finish. I'll put that book on the TBR. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna go pick out some books now. So, okay, so you saw the gameplay. I'm gonna show you the books that I have teetering right here. Yeah, they're not in the same order as I played, just because of the order I picked them out in, and size order wise as well. So first one, here is Rabbit's Foot, which is a free choice, and I decided to pick up the Supernatural book for that prompt. This Carved in Flesh. It's about a Frankenmutt, which sounds quite cool to be honest. A reanimated patchwork of pieces from separate dogs. Mad scientist, biotechnology, centuries-old alchemist, walking corpses, and an ancient malevolent power. That sounds like an interesting book there. Okay, for the second card, I got Jack, and because he's kind of like an addition to the series, I thought it'd be a good idea to continue a series, and I know it's gonna take me another year to get through this. This is massive. This is Bonehunters. This is the next book I have to read in the Malazan series. I don't know where I'm at right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is book number 6. Finally, we're getting closer to the end. Yeah, I already have it partitioned out because it was on a previous TBR, but I just never got around to it. So let's hope I can do that now. The next one was a most anticipated ebook. And that worked out well. I picked out A Room Called Earth from my little slip, but just so happens that I just got a copy of A Room Called Earth physical. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read the physical book. I'm more likely to read it if it's a physical book than if it's an ebook. Tend to forget about ebooks and not finish them, especially if they're not really short ones. I mean, this is an average size book, but yeah, this is about a young autistic woman. That's pretty much all I know. Next was Amara, and this is a random nonfiction, and I was gonna try to do number generators, and they were just laying down books that didn't interest me. And I'm just not here for that. I tried that in September and it just crashed and burned for me. So I decided to go with something I am interested in, newly acquired book. This is actually an insight guide to India, and I picked it up at the dollar store because I was like, oh cool, book about India to talk about travels and stuff like that. But no, this is like full on like histories, overviews of like different religions and festivals, and then like places, histories and places to visit, and all sorts of cool stuff in there. So I thought that would be really interesting to read, and really quite colorful with all the full page pictures and everything. The next card was John, and he's a classic, so I had to pick a classic for that. Ow! And the classic I picked was Pale Fire by Vladimir Nabokov. This, yeah, I think it is what I think it is. I get it confused with the original Laura all the time. I don't know why. I just do. I don't think they're similar at all. But yeah, so this one is about a poet who is getting his work analyzed by someone else, or like reviewed by someone else. So you get like lines of the poem, and then like talking about it. Yeah, so that will be cool. I've only ever read Lolita by Nabokov, so I know I enjoyed the writing in that. Let me clarify that. I am wearing my Dean Winchester's My Boyfriend, He Just Doesn't Know It shirt. I picked it up at a thrift store. I don't wear this out in public because it's too embarrassing, but it's fitting for a Supernatural video, right? The next card here is Eileen, and she's deaf, so I went with a disabled author. And this was just another new acquisition. I've been meaning to read this. I have it on ebook, but as I said, I tend to forget about ebooks. So this is The Just City by Joel Walton, and this is about a city that's outside of time, I think, and they take a whole bunch of like philosophers and scientists and like really smart children and bring them to like this city, a republic, and try to build like a perfect city, I think. I'll tell you what it's about when I finish reading it. Then we have Ash, and that was another free choice card. Thankful for free choices this month. And I decided to pick up some Terry Pratchett. This is a standalone. I think it's Discworld number 25. And this is The Truth. Yeah, 25th Discworld novel. And I think it's about Ankh-Morpork starting a newspaper. Yep, editor of the Discworld's first newspaper. And I just love his take on society. So I felt like Terry Pratchett was a good fit. Then I had The Equalizer, the gun from seasons 14 and 15, where if you shoot someone, it shoots you. And I decided that meant random shelf number generator. There were some points at creating this game that I was just grasping for straws. So the numbers I got were bookcase number 3, which is over there, shelf number 2, and then the 43rd book on that shelf, which was interesting because there's only 16 books for reading on that shelf. So I just counted through until I hit 43, and that was this lovely book. Gustave Flaubert's Madame Bovary. I read Flaubert's Parrot by, his name's escaping me, but I really, really enjoyed that, and I wanted to read Madame Bovary in particular, but Gustave Flaubert in general. I actually started calling him Flaubert at one point. I was reading his name far too much. Anyways, I think this is about a woman living outside of conventional means. Might be a nice way of putting it. It's what I've heard. Oh, hey. Reggie's decided it's time for a Reggie break. Okay, we're gonna talk about the next book. The next book was John's journal, and the boys often go to this for help, so I decided to ask a friend. I didn't ask a friend what particular book, I just asked my mom to give me some random numbers and picked that book off the shelf, and she gave me the numbers 2, 5, 37, which is the bottom of this bookcase, and I came up with The Quantum Thief. Yeah, The Quantum Thief, I didn't see the by Hannu Rajaniemi. And what is this? This is why I picked it up. Jean Le Flambier is a post-human criminal. And I like this notion of post-human. I first heard about it in the Expanse series. Yeah, just an interesting science fiction idea. Next up was Cat's Choice, and now he's choosing to be over there. He's enjoying this new setup, exploring new spaces. So he so helpfully chose, out of 3 books I picked out, Someone Comes to Town, Someone Leaves Town by Cory Doctorow, The Sheep Look Up by John Brunner, which would have been a reread, and that's one of my favorite books, but I read it on ebook. I haven't read the physical copy yet, so I'd like to do that and go through and tag it and stuff. And then the 3rd book was The Second Rebel, which is a new acquisition, and it's the sequel to The First Sister, which I read in January. You'll see that he so kindly chose Someone Comes to Town, Someone Leaves Town by Cory Doctorow. Yeah, okay, so this is weird. His neighbor has wings that keep growing back despite her cutting them off. His father's a mountain, his mother is a washing machine, and his brothers are a set of Russian nesting dolls. And he wants to blanket Toronto with a free wireless internet connectivity. So, I have no idea what this is about. It's gonna be interesting. There's still more to go. Bobby is a book that I've started but I haven't finished reading. because Bobby stops and then he comes back, and all sorts of fun stuff with Bobby there. I thought October is like a spooky month. I tend not to read spooky books though. Witches are kind of spooky, so I'm going to continue on with the second book in the Discovery Witches Shadow of Night series. I'm about halfway through. So yeah, I'll finish that one. This is Twilight for adults. A witch falls in love with a vampire, and it is literally like Twilight for adults. Then the last one was The Lighter, and that's a prompt jar. And the prompt it gave me was, has food on the cover. And I actually, maybe I'll take a little clip, I actually just set up a floating shelf over there. And because it's by my tea and coffee section, I decided to put food books up there. So I have like The Vegetarian, Salt, a brief history of tea, fried green tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. I can't see them because my eyesight's really bad. Oh, There Exists an X is a sandwich. Books, this had food in the title. And you can argue that this is food or not. It has the word burger on it. So this is another book I started but haven't finished. It's Portrait of a Burger as a Young Calf. And it's following life of a cow from insemination, even like pre-insemination, yeah, to it being eaten as a burger and the whole process in between. It is really fascinating, really fascinating. I think he just got the calves at the point that I stopped, which is almost halfway through. So there's that. So that's my TBR. Let's get a thumbnail. There. I wonder how many books that is. I kind of lost count. I just kind of went crazy because I haven't done the game in a while. I was excited too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that's not that much. Okay. 12 books for the month of October. Let me know what you'll be reading in October, and thank you for watching.